For the pilot in the F-35, the most fascinating part is wearing this helmet. All the information we need to fly is presented on the screen in front of the pilot's eyes. But we also feed in imagery from cameras that are embedded in the skin of the airplane. It allows us to see underneath us as if the airplane wasn't even there. It's absolutely astonishing to have this capability for the pilot in the F-35.
Day one for Army Recognition editorial team at DSEI 2017, the International Defence and Security Exhibitions, which takes place in London, United Kingdom. This event is not only dedicated for the land military solution, but also for the military equipment dedicated for the aerial, security and maritime services.
Works is responsible for the Skywall counter-drone systems, okay? So they're systems that can be used by a security operator to defend against errant drones. We have a handheld system that's a field-proven technology called Skywall 100, and we're here at DSEI this week launching our Skywall 300 system. That's an automated, remotely operated system, which is behind us here. So our Skywall core technology is the ability to physically capture a drone in a net, okay? So no use of electronic countermeasures, so we physically launch a net up to a drone, capture it, and then control its descent. Our handheld system launches the net projectile. That's hand operated. It has a targeting system that can be deployed from a vehicle or remote operation. The turret system behind us here, this can be vehicle mounted or building mounted. So we have an intelligent projectile that's actually programmed to go after the drone and deploy the net at exactly the right time to capture it, okay? So that's launched from this launching system here. We have a targeting system, an automated threat identification and tracking, and this cluster here is the infrared cameras and the daylight cameras and lasers that we use to actually track the target. And then of course the rest of the turret is there to both track and then aim for the net capture. Skywall 100 system now is a proven product, field proven. We've delivered systems to both law enforcement and military customers in Asia and North America and Europe. So it's a system that is it's very simple to use. It's one person operated. You fit the system onto your shoulder, you lock onto a target drone using a smart scope, and then you pull the trigger, the projectile flies up to the drone, captures it, and then brings it down under a parachute. It's a unique system, it's the only one of its kind in the world.
We are here presenting our new product, the drone catcher. We already developed drones for 15 years, multicopters and robot helicopters, but now we developed a system to counter drones. Now, of course you have the good side of drones, but also you can use drones for maybe terrorist attacks and these kind of things. So that's why we developed a system, a drone with a net gun, so we can really chase another drone, a rogue drone, to catch it and carry it away. So it can really catch it by shooting a net to the drone, taking it with us, towing it away to a safe place, and there we can drop the system with a parachute. What you see here, the upper part, is one of our new multicopter types. So we develop all software ourselves, including the whole autopilot. This system, the drone catcher, has integrated a net gun system. So you can aim it with a laser rangefinder. There is a camera on board, automatic system to tag and track this a rogue drone, and you can really follow it quickly. So you can chase it and then you can shoot. There is a high pressure volume there, and you shoot air, bullets out, and the net will spread away, and you can really catch the system. We already received a lot of attention for this solution, because there are many solutions like jamming, shooting bullets and these kind of things. But especially in an urban environment, you don't want a drone which you want to catch to fall down on people or whatever. You don't know what's on board. So this is one of the very few possibilities to take it away. So that's why we see a lot of potential, national, but very much also international.
This is used in a lot of different applications. Everything from rescue applications like disaster management, all the way through law enforcement to defense applications. There is no product on the market that has a range of tools that you can put on this machine basically because it's so strong. So you can actually do digging, you can do delicate operations, but also very heavy operations, and during a long time because it's diesel driven. As you can see, mounted now is one of the standard tools. It's a multifunction tool that you can change the jaws, so you can have additional tools on this, and you can change the jaws for cutting or picking and placing. The main tool can also be exchanged to bigger tools for handling big pieces of munition, for example a 155mm artillery shell if it's unexploded ordnance. It's remotely controlled from more than 1,000 meters distance. Everything is monitored through 4 cameras. The speed is not Ferrari. It's about 3 kilometers per hour. But when you're driving this on a 1.5 kilometer distance, it's enough of a speed. The lifting capacity is on full reach. It's about 200 kilograms on full reach. That's about 3.5 meters distance. And if you lift very close to the body of the machine, it's up to 900 kilograms for this small machine.
So what we're doing here at DSEI is that we are debuting our Hippo X, which is an 8-wheel drive, lightweight tactical mobility platform. Really what we want to do with this vehicle is to market it within militaries who utilize light forces, whether mountain infantry, airborne, air assault, marine, where there's a requirement to reduce soldier burden, increase combat endurance, and operational reach. Primarily when you look at most 8-wheel drive all-terrain vehicles, they're designed primarily for a recreational user, so a hunter or a fisherman, whereas the Hippo X was designed from the ground up for an industrial or a military type user. For instance, it has a 45 horsepower Kubota turbo diesel engine on it, the load capacity being 2,000 pounds, and a towing capacity as well as 2,000 pounds, surpasses anything else that's in the market within a similar size for an all-terrain vehicle. So as you can see, the Hippo X is an 8-wheel drive vehicle. It works on a skid steer basis, so it pivot turns just like a tracked armor personnel carrier or a main battle tank, where it can pivot within its own radius. One of the interesting things about this particular model is that we've configured it in a drive-by-wire mode. The vehicle is fully amphibious, propelled by the tires. It can also be equipped with an outboard motor for higher water speeds.
This is our LRV 600 vehicle. It's the first time it's been seen here at DSEI. We're extremely proud of it. It has some key features which give it a huge benefit over other vehicles. This can be used by Special Forces, Green Army, or Air Assault, and can be used for reconnaissance or other sort of rapid intervention type. So this vehicle will do at least 120 kph. It will carry between 1.5 tons to over 2 tons, 2.3 tons. And you can also reconfigure it from being a 6x6 vehicle, as it's seen here, or bring it down to a 4x4 vehicle. That means that the users can reconfigure and take more or less payload depending on the type of operation that they're going on. So this vehicle will easily take a GPMG for the commander. The main weapon station could be a 50 cal or a 40mm HMG or a twin GPMG. We've got rockets fitted on it at the moment, and it has smoke launchers front and rear for avoiding the enemy. So you can have a combination really. It's definitely 2 in the front, commander and driver. In the rear you can either have 1 seated and 1 at the gun, or you can have 2 forward seats, or you could have 4. So it's reconfigurable to the type of role that you want to take it out on.
Fletcher is a new 4-round rocket launcher, and it's designed to hit ground targets and as well as area suppression. It also uses a laser-guided rocket to be able to hit targets that are beyond the line of sight. It is designed to be easily removed and attached to a variety of ground vehicles and littoral combat ships. Fletcher is able to use a wide variety of warheads, so it gives proportional attack to different types of targets. It also uses the new NAMO programmable warhead to be able to also hit different types of targets, embedded targets. It uses an integrated targeting system interface for joint fires to enable full digital connectivity. The weapon is very precise with the laser-guided aspect, and the effect that it provides is very proportional to the target with a wide variety of warheads.
This is our lightweight recovery vehicle. It's been designed specifically to be able to carry a high level of recovery loads. It has something called a super lift capability, which means it can actually lift 6 tons, a 6-ton axle, which means that it can recover a lot of wheeled mobility fleet across the UK and across other nations as well. It is a 100% British product. It's based on the Jackal and Coyote chassis. It's 6-wheel drive. Here today you see it as a 4-man cab, which has ballistic and blast protection. But it can also have the recovery unit taken off and can be used as a flatbed truck, which makes it completely configurable for whoever might need it. Here we've got the 4-man cab. We've got high levels of blast protection, which allows the driver and commander and 2 in the rear to be able to operate safely and also have full access to their radio equipment and communicate with the rest of their teams. We have recovery equipment in here, so this can be used to extract personnel from armoured vehicles, and can be used to recover all sorts of different vehicles on the back. And then here we have the actual recovery unit, which lifts any kind of vehicle which is in trouble. You have a choice of different ways to be able to lift it, and so therefore it suits a multitude of different vehicles.
So we design and manufacture vision systems for military vehicles, for armoured fighting vehicles, from simple Unity vision periscopes all the way to gunners and commanders sighting systems. Our product range includes embedded image periscopes, as seen here, designed for drivers with various sensor options from thermal, low light camera. We even have a SWIR system now. And we supply probably over 25 countries around the world now. We're in service in the UK on the Ajax platform and down selected with our EIP for WCSP, and also we're obviously hoping to be part of the Challenger 2 LEP program that's up and coming in the UK soon. This is a sample of our standard Unity Vision periscopes. We're a glass manufacturer. We're the only glass manufacturer and supplier of Unity Vision periscopes in the UK. So we supply and manufacture many different types. We have over 30 different designs now of periscopes. A lot of them are bespoke for specific platforms. We have a very extensive design and development team who are used to working with the primes from the early stages of a concept all the way through to production, where we can support sort of through life support.